Ahead of America's 250th birthday, President Trump wanted to revamp Washington, D.C., you might be aware. But the nation's capital is not exactly party ready, as you might have guessed. The East Wing of the White House, or what is left of it, is now a massive construction zone of Trump's own making. This is where he plans to construct that grand ballroom, but not hold my breath. And then there's the South Lawn of the White House, which became a yellow patch of dirt after that UFC cage fight. Donald Trump, the developer, has turned Washington, D.C. into one big renovation project. And, of course, I had to go see it for myself. It's America's 250th birthday, and what better way to see how Donald Trump has changed Washington, D.C. than to do it on a Washington, D.C. tour. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Jacob.
Jacob, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sally.
Can I hop in?
Of course.
Let's go. This is going to be good. When people come from around the world, people come from around the country, what do they ask you about the most?
They ask me about the recent changes that are happening in DC.
And what do you tell them?
I just tell them to go witness it themselves and
To go see it for themselves.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I'm here. I could walk around all day by myself, but I felt like I got to come with somebody who does this for a living in order to see it.
Gotcha. Streets journalism.
Yeah, exactly. I want to go to the places that Donald Trump has changed the most in Washington, D.C. So I was thinking, you tell me if it's okay, maybe the reflecting pool at the Lincoln Memorial?
Of course.
The Kennedy Center?
Yep.
Which way are we going? This way? The Lincoln Memorial, right?
Yep. So there's the Lincoln Memorial, built in 1914. It took 8 years to build.
We're going to get out. We'll be back in a few minutes.
All right. See you soon.
See you soon. Honestly, we've talked about it so much that I really need to see it with my own eyeballs. Is it American flag blue? Is it algae green? Is it not open to the public, which sort of actually seems to be the case right now? All I see is a big fence. That is murky, thick. I wouldn't even say forest green. I would say nasty green. But you know what? Let's not take it from me. Let's see if anybody else wants to talk. Hey, I'm not crazy. What color is this?
This is definitely green. That's insane.
It's definitely green, right?
It's definitely green. It's definitely supposed to be blue.
Because at the end of the week last week, they'd even gotten it back to being blue, I thought.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Look at that.
You can't see the bottom of it.
You can't see the bottom of it. After covering this for 2 weeks on television, I thought that it was going to be back to American flag blue. And I've even heard that it was back to pretty blue last week. But this is greener than I even thought it would be, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Josh. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. I thought that they had sucked all the algae out of it or whatever, but
Yeah, I heard about that, but it looks, there's definitely something in there. Yeah, it's pretty green.
it looks really green. It definitely doesn't look blue.
No, not at all. No. It's supposed to be what, American flag blue, but I'm not seeing that.
No, and honestly, I'm wearing dark sunglasses. Even with the sunglasses off, it's still green. I think it's even darker green than the grass outside of the reflecting pool itself. Just in case I'm crazy or I'm not seeing this correctly, it's still very, very green, right?
Just like it's always been.
And they got kind of back to blue-ish last week, I think.
Oh, that's what they say for a minute, but, that's not natural. Nature, nature abhors interference.
I have to be honest, I didn't think it was going to be this green.
Oh, I did.
You did?
It's science. There's algae blooms in a shallow pool like this in a 100-degree day. That's how it works.
I'm about to go look at the Lincoln Memorial soon, too.
Okay,
Yeah.
that will not have algae on it,
At all.
as far as I know.
A little bit of rust, no algae.
No algae. So Kennedy Center's not too far? The view is pretty spectacular of the river, right?
Absolutely.
I know a little bit about D.C. I might be from California, but I know a little bit about D.C.
The nation's capital.
That I know. That I know, Sal. What do you like most about doing this job?
I love history, and also, talking to history about people, connecting with people from all over the world, all over the states.
That's my favorite part of my job, too.
That makes the two of us.
Here it is, John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. I guess they never had an opportunity to change this sign to Trump. Only the one on the building. Here it is. Here it is. Can we hop out right here? We'll be back. The tarp is still up. It was what, weeks ago that we started covering this, actually live on the show, as they were taking down President Trump's name, but the tarp's still up. All you can see is Forming Arts. I don't get why it's up, other than to hide the fact that the president's name's been taken down. What's your name?
Madeline.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Did you come to see the tarp? What do you think's really going on behind there?
I think he's totally embarrassed.
You think that's what's going on?
I do.
What does it make you feel to see that?
Ashamed. Ashamed that we let this happen. We're here for a funeral. And
Sorry to hear
we did
that.
the funeral this morning at Arlington, and the only other thing I wanted to do was to come here and look at that.
Really?
Yep.
Why was it so important for you to do?
Because my brother was a war hero, and we buried him this morning, and this is dedicated to someone who was so important in my life growing up, and for him to supersede that with his name is just obnoxious.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
This is no joke to a lot of people. This is Donald Trump's Washington. It was the best tour I could have asked for.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
I can't thank you enough for having us.
Of course.
I appreciate it. Good luck with the rest of your summer and all the tours.
Thank you, and hopefully we'll have you back again.
I would love to come back again.